What's up YouTube? ODST Journal back again, and sorry it's been so long, guys. I know I said in my last video I was starting to feel better, and I was, and then all of a sudden I got sick again. Now, I'm not still feeling 100%. I might still cough or something throughout the video, but it's been a while. I needed to put out another video here. I would also like to apologize for doing two of the same type of video back to back. I like to try and avoid that when possible, but given the fact that I have been sick, I haven't had time to record anything else. And Operation Trebuchet had some more news come out, so I wanted to talk about that. So the first thing we're going to do before we get into the uplink is we're going to play one of the missions mentioned in the uplink, which is Operation Serendipity version 4.1. Let's see here. The mission briefing is around here somewhere. First squad of ODST went missing sometime this morning on an operation. Whatever they did pissed off enough locals to basically throw the town in anarchy. Okay, not the best wording, but that's fine. We sent some Marines to keep them busy. Your job is to locate the 12 mission ODSTs. Give Innies loadouts. Give Innies more thoughts. Okay, so this is basically his to-do list, things that he's going to still work on for the mission. So basically I haven't played this mission yet, but what's really unique about it is it's got a custom drop script in which you start off on the frigate's moving, and you select when you drop. Dropping at the wrong time can kill your squad. AA can shoot you out of the sky, and you can land in the water and stuff, so you have to be careful about when you drop. There is also another squad that will get dropped off during the firefight, and they're Pelicans, so it's the 2nd Marine Squad near the 1st Squad space elevator. Apparently they've got Pelicans with rear-mounted machine guns, which is something I played around with myself. You're basically able to use the attach to script and use in the correct spot, and you're able to put a AI-mounted machine gun in the back of the Pelican. Although I'm sure his is a lot better done. So let's get into this here, so we can get through this, or at least part of this, and then we'll start talking about the rest of the uplink. The uplink itself isn't barren, but there's not really a lot I can show in here. I mean, there's plenty of pictures and stuff to talk about, I guess, but the biggest thing I can't really show, I'll have to link you guys, and I'll kind of talk about it, though. Well, we got a decent squad. A couple jacks.
I've got a visual. Static weapon. 200 meters. Just up and...
So, I guess I'm Oni here. With a squad of ODST backing me. So this is where we're dropping here. We gotta drop somewhere in here. I mean, we could drop sooner, but why would we want to do that? It looks like... This is interesting here. So it's basically we're attached to a Thunderbolt that's actually flying the frigate. And they've got the defense turrets and stuff on there. It's interesting, for sure. Forget those rooms are in here. I've never really had the opportunity to truly see that. So we're going to initiate drop sequence.
I see movement. Static weapons. 1.5 clicks. Northeast. Static weapons. 1.5 clicks. Northeast.
So there's the orbital space elevator. This is very reminiscent of ODST's intro sequence. You know, you're dropping down, you got the orbital space elevator and all the smoke and stuff. Man, my squad's way ahead of me. This is like the last person to drop.
Report position.
That really shaky drop, too. Really quiet.
Unknown contact. 200 meters. Left.
I guess that's... I don't know if that fires the rest of my squad that's already hit the ground or what. Oh, no, there they are. There's an orbital space elevator that's really awesome looking. Oh, my squad got like way separated. Oh no! Oh no! That's bad. Well, this mission might have ended before it got started. Oh. Thank God it put me out like that. Is there anything in here? There's first aid kit. Alright.
Got a visual. Soldier, 800 meters, bearing 285.
It's been so long since I've done anything with this.
Man, 800 meters, west. Report. Rifleman, 800 meters, west. Rifleman, 800 meters.
Got
Man,
select
800 meters, northwest.
the different, oh, it's through the arrow key. Can't remember how to select the other options for moving my team. It's been so long. This is kind of laggy here. So I'm gonna go check on my team here. There is a possibility that the AI can get stuck, and in that case, you do have a manual door release. Given the fact, oh,
Rifleman, 800 meters,
we
west.
just lose one. Yeah, they killed that guy close. Oh, neither of our jacks made it. That's a shame. Yeah, so these guys are all stuck in the drop pods.
Soldier, 700 meters, northwest.
And he's trapped under the pod. I might just be going this mission alone here. Wonder if that Pelican's going to drop off infantry. Yeah, this is going to be a short-lived mission here, I suspect. Everybody, like, tipped. Can I just open the door? Would that, like...
Soldier, 800 meters, west. Copy that. No, sir. Waiting. Ready.
No, sir. Don't disembark. Okay, there we go. Now they're out.
Report position.
What's going on with this guy here? This guy's like an ODST, but he's not part of our squad.
Copy.
There we go. Okay.
Waiting.
Well, we've got 4 of us, including myself, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, Pelican doing a gun run. There we go. That's awesome right there.
Man, 600 meters, northwest.
You know some minis are having their day ruined right now. There's just one ODST just wandering around by himself. Can't be bothered. Maybe he's doing sighting for the Pelican or something.
800 meters, west.
They should be pretty much straight ahead of me.
Position.
Try and get up to this wall here. It's like gonna make it a lot harder just for the fact that it's distracting.
Soldier, 600 meters, northwest.
I wonder if that pelican's actually even hitting anything, or if it's just doing that to look good.
Soldier, 600 meters, northwest.
Ooh, a little too bright there for a minute. We got the M6C equipped. They're hanging pretty far back.
What's your position?
Are they trying to catch up with me, or what are they doing here? They're running around in circles. It's like they're confused. I guess maybe there's AI closer than I realize, and they just don't want to get that close. Team, wait, let's say
Clear.
8. I don't know, for what reason it's
300 meters, bearing 300.
doing like, it's not doing the commands, it's actually doing like the normal stuff for the keys. I don't know why that's happening. Oh well. Well, I'm not gonna worry about this too much. If I die, I die. Because we've got the rest of this uplink to do here. Once I'm done with this, I might just cut through and get to better parts, or I might just cut it, you know, before I finish, just to expedite that process. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna run straight into a hail of gunfire if I can help it. Although I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I just can't tell where exactly those shots are coming from. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, so this is pretty cool. We got a
Right flank.
destroyed Falcon, or down Falcon here. Ruins in the center of the city. It looks like it crashed onto that house there. There's talking. I gotta be close to a guy. This good. Actually, I want that.
Rifleman, 200 meters, left.
So I'm getting up on these guys here. They gotta be really close by, I'm pretty sure. I just don't know where. I don't know if that was me who got him or somebody else. Well, let's gunfire from that Pelican now. Another Falcon. These Falcons didn't do so hot, did they? It's a wonder that Pelican's still in the air. Oh yeah, I might have just killed a Marine. Shit. He had the field cap on, so I'm not sure if he was a Marine or not. Alright, he's got a UNSC backpack on. I suspect that he is a Marine. Yeah, oops. Well, you know, we'll just say the Innies killed him.
Men, 75. I've got a man down.
Okay, that was definitely a bad guy. Killed one of my ODSTs. What I'm gonna do real quick, and this is gonna be somewhat dangerous. And here, do this. We're just gonna trade so I can do this.
Rifleman, 75 meters, to the rear.
Get in here with my RDS shotgun.
Contact, rifleman.
Where are we looking here? Obviously, he has somebody you see. Shoot, 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 shoot. I mean, don't shoot.
Contact, soldier.
It's not the direction I expected that gunfire to come from. Pretty sure it was coming from this way, at least. I'll have to... Maybe it wasn't. Maybe... Maybe not.
Contact, man.
There's tracers going that way. So maybe we are getting attacked from behind, but those are like going way off in the distance. So I'm not really sure. Where's the rest of my squad? There's one guy. There's another ODST. I wonder if that's the same one that was just wandering around by himself after we dropped. Yeah, you need to die. Thankfully, neither me nor the NE was really paying enough attention. Could have been really bad. He could have been paying attention. Alright. So they're probably over there. Oh, what? Did I get killed by that ODST? That's what it looked like. I'm pretty sure that was the ODST that just ran up on me. Well, like I said, guys, if I die, I die. So let's go ahead and end this, and we'll get into the picture time, slideshow time. So give me a minute here, and I will be right back as soon as I exit out of this. As soon as it ends. Alright. Alright, so welcome to the Uplink officially for November 8th. Another week of strong development, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Like I said, not quite as much that I'd like to talk about and show you inside my own video here, but there's still plenty to see. The first one is going to be the user activity section. Real Wrath was here has created a Steam group for everyone who is a fan of Operation Trebuchet. Join up today to stay connected with other players and find Optre gaming events. I will post the link for that in the bottom of the video. Sunday Night Lights. Echo McGurist showed off a city layout he put together with some scenic night lighting. Check out his thread for the mission download. So this one's actually pretty cool. I haven't played this yet, but just looking at the screenshots, I like this more than a lot of the other cities. And the reason for that is that, a number of the cities have been put on actual maps, which means there isn't really a base for them. This has been put in, it looks like the virtual armory area, so there's the ground is actually like concrete looking, you got your grid and stuff there, which kind of takes away from it somewhat, but it looks a lot better than, the salt flats, which is probably the next most suitable area for this, a cityscape like this. So it looks really awesome. We've got a number of different screenshots of the city. There's some without the lights on, and it's really, this real dark plaza, and then, the lights on in the plaza. Bunch of different angles and stuff. Probably actually my most favorite though is this last picture here that we're going to be coming up on, and that's this. It looks like a homeless guy is almost living there or something. You've got like a dumpster and a like an empty container, like cargo container that looks like somebody's living in. Is built up on in this like back end alleyway, and there's all this trash and stuff. It just reminds me of ODST, like a lot of the stuff recently has been, where you've got all this garbage and trash that's been put around. It's just really cool. So there's a download for the mission and stuff. Like I said, that'll be posted. Serendipitous Encounter. Sararu has posted an Optre mission. That's the one we just played. To the Steam Workshop. Drop in and check it out. So that's the one like I said, we just got done playing. Obviously, I didn't do so hot. One of my team got killed off right off the bat, and I was having some control issues because it's just been so long, and I probably couldn't remember what I was doing. At any rate, that one is, covered. There was a firefight. Bill Clinton POTUS has ran a Zeus mission inspired by the firefight game mode in Halo 3 ODST and Reach. Intel analyst had to do some digging, but we found footage of the event. So, there's, I think, they don't have a link or anything. There's a screenshot to this. I'm not going to bother posting any of the pictures through the video, but, it's just a group of ODSTs, fighting out against a bunch of innies and stuff. Reports of your demise. Eagle 937 posted a cryptic teaser of a mission he is working on. It's hard to tell what's going on, but it looks like there's trouble on the horizon, and you're right in the thick of it. So this one's a gift, this teaser here that they're mentioning, so I'm not going to bother with this either, but basically you're an ODST. It says your status is killed in action, and your guy's waking up on top of a hospital, and there appears to be a crashed Pelican or something nearby. and a Marine working on another Marine who's wounded, and a couple frigates, and the sunrise in the background. It certainly is going to be an interesting mission, I think, but we'll see how things go. So that brings us to dev activity, and this is where it gets really cool. Like I said, I won't have a lot to show for the thing I want to talk about most, but there's a video, and that really says a lot more than I could ever talk about. So, New Blood, we've had 2 new members to the team recently. It's my pleasure to introduce our newest developers, Big Wolk and Lumnoun. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's like Lumnoun, Lumnuan. I don't know. Big Wolk we talked about last video. He's working on the ODS or the ODST HUD, and he posted a video of this, and it is really awesome. I'll talk about that video after I talk about the other person who joined the team, just because that's the order they have the uplink in. Lumnon is a map maker. He's actually working on a new map. So new environments will be coming sooner than before. He's been working on a map of his own design, Erebus, which is a small temperate island with much more rural theme than city map. We've been working on. You can see the work in his album here. So I'll pull up this album of his, and once again, I didn't bother to prep this before, but Imager's working now, so I won't have to worry about pulling them up on my computer and going back and looking at them. So this map doesn't really use any assets. Well, it's got a couple of the assets from Optray, but most of them are just basic Arma assets mixed with a couple Optray things to make it feel futuristic. And if you read the books, a lot of that's actually kind of how some of these smaller cities and areas were designed in these rural planets, is just like modern day stuff. So this first screenshot, it's a dock, and you've got some sort of shed and a couple smaller, like 3-story buildings that don't look like they can be entered. Or I guess, well, no, I stand corrected. They're maybe that bank, like the bank building that you see on a lot of mods for like stock armor buildings, so they can be entered. You can get up on the roof. I stand corrected now that I look at them closer. And that's along this big beachfront too. You see a beach going on in the end, and you got a bunch of rocks that jut out onto the beaches that kind of segment them off. Going down a little bit further, you've got some farmland, and you got solar generators and some silos and stuff, and it looks kind of inspired by Reach. Followed by a military base, which has some sort of paneling. I guess it's a solar panel or something that got damaged. At first, I looked at the picture and it was smaller. It almost looked like it was like a pieced together map or something. But now that I actually enlarge it, I can tell that's damaged solar paneling. It's not like some like really goofy map thing they have. Another shot of the base from a different angle from the backside, I guess. Little guard tower and big wall and stuff. And then the final picture, and this is really where you see most of the other stuff mixed in. This is presumably the city center. You've got some roadways. You've got a UNSC recruiting station and one of the Optray buildings in the right side. One of the standard Arma buildings, and then you've got some skyscrapers in the background from Optray. So that should be an interesting map. Looking forward to it. See how that turns out. So this gets to the part I am most excited about for the next update, probably. At least for right now. And that is HUD's up. Move over Google Glass. Big Wilk has the market cornered on interactive wearable technology. ODSTs will be among the first to receive a networked helmet visor with a number of features designed to make life easier for the soldiers of the 26th century. Big Wolk has posted a video showcasing the new HUD and some sweet HEV functionality that will be coming soon to a drop zone near you. So, really quick, I'm going to just pull up this video here and just kind of skip through it so I can kind of talk about it without jumping around too much. So the first thing that he displays is when you notice him moving him around. First thing you notice is probably the HUD color changed. It's now standard like ODST kind of HUD color. It's that tannish kind of color. His is a little bit orange. Moving around, there's an animated compass that's built into the HUD now. That's in the top. And you see the compass moving around. not only does it show directions, but it also shows on the top. You've got 3 arrows. You've got the top arrow shows the location of your squad leader. In his video, he's the squad leader, so it's stationary. You've got a diamond, which I believe is your objective, and then I forgot what the bottom arrow was. I can't remember. I think there's like a third thing that certain mission makers can set up, like third objectives or something like that, to where that one works. So a lot of times that might just be non-functioning, I think. So then you're able to go down on the right-hand side. He talks a little bit about the weapons. Now, as you change weapons and stuff, the weapon silhouettes will change out. Now, there's plans to change this at a later time. These weapon silhouettes in this video are placeholders, so keep that in mind. Expect those to change down the road. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. It shows the amount of ammunition you have in your weapon. Looks like it shows your range settings on there, and it's also got your fire rate. So he's got his assault rifle out first, and you can see he's got it on single shot with a 300-meter range. It looks like his primary grenade right now is the M2 smoke grenade white, so that's a really awesome feature. It's very cool. And then there's the radar, and the radar is very, very awesome feature. Probably one of the coolest functionality wise, just because it's the most useful. So the radar shows the location on a, like, essentially it's a mini map of where you and your teammates are, and then whenever an enemy is spotted, not just whenever there's an enemy around, but whenever there's an enemy spotted by a teammate, they will appear on your radar. And this isn't just necessarily enemies spotted by your squad, but any other allied squads nearby. So that should be pretty interesting functionality. Now the radar also works in third person, although they are adding a module that will allow you to change how the radar functions so that you can only see, say, friendlies if you want, or maybe it won't function in third person. There's also a number of controls that will allow you to change the color of the HUD, change their key functions. There's also the health bar, which I forgot to mention. The health bar is just located directly under the compass like it would be in ODST. And when you see Wilk get injured in this video, you see the health bar go down from the right side and drain as he loses life. And when he regains life, it goes back up. So, very, very, very cool HUD. I'm looking forward to seeing how that progresses. And if you keep in mind, like I said in the article, they specify that the HUD is the first, essentially. ODSTs will be among the first. Now that's the key, is that sounds like we'll see other groups getting HUDs. Presumably, we'll have the recon helmet will get a HUD. Spartans, when they come out, will without a doubt have a HUD. I'm sure of that. And then they're considering doing the green visor thing, where, you know, Halo 1, everybody's been asking for that for a long time since the mod came out. Everybody says, put the green visor in, put the green visor in. And that'll probably be like a light version of the HUD that we see that's got some reduced functionality built into it. So maybe it'll only have like a tracker and like a health bar or something, or maybe it'll show who's in your squad. So that's most of the stuff with the HUD right there, I think. You are able to pull up the menu in there. So then there's some new stuff regarding the drop pods. So there's a new module for the drop pod that's built in, including a HEV start that allows you to set the starting height and direction and stuff like that. So you're able to say launch speed, launch ship class name, and you're able to specify the ship as the frigate and which direction the ship's going, what height you start at, what height the atmosphere is at, what height the reentry effects kick in, and all that stuff. And it's really cool because as you drop away, you see in his video, you're dropping away, you got the frigate in sight above you, and the drop pod kind of kicks in. It looks like it shifts a little bit or something, and
You guys are dropping in from a slight angle, and as you're able to get into the entry, into the atmosphere is when your engines and stuff start kicking in, and you've got the fire and stuff that goes on. Once your engines kick in, you're able to control where the drop pod drops. You're able to turn them around. You're able to directionally control them to an extent. It's pretty hard to stop them once you start changing direction, but it can be done. So you just have to be kind of careful that you don't, move yourself too far over when you're trying to adjust. You have to just be very precise about it. Very deliberate when you make such a move. And it's just a very cool functionality. It's awesome to see. And essentially how that will work is it'll pull up a mini map or a map, and you're able to see on the map where you're dropping. You're able to see the rest of your squad on the map. And it should be just interesting to see how mission makers work with this sort of functionality. This is kind of what Sararu had for his mod. Would be really cool to have this sort of functionality. With the drop area and stuff, is saying, okay, you guys get to drop now, but you also get to control where you drop once you drop in. And I think that's everything regarding the HUD. So, let's move on to the next one, urban renewal. Are you tired of the same couple of buildings occupying your cityscape? Fear not, we've got a fresh batch of skyscrapers to add some variety to your skyline. And more importantly, into the skyline of our first official terrain, which continues growing every day. Indoor Bradster and HK Urban have been cranking out buildings nonstop, drawing inspiration from all of the Halo games that feature human cities, concept art, and other sources. Now, when I say all the games, I mean all the games, and this includes Halo 5. At least that's some of the concept art that's been shared with them. Now, keep in mind that somebody's going, well, I thought they said they aren't doing after Halo 5. A lot of buildings after Halo, Halo 3 or Halo 4 would have had to have been rebuilt. But, keep in mind some of those structures on Earth and stuff have been standing for a long time. And, they're not like recent architecture designs or stuff that's been there for a while. So this picture that they have on here showing the new skyline, I'll be honest, I can't pick out half the new buildings. There's some new cylindrical buildings on the right side, and a couple other new ones are out there that I don't recognize as having been there before, but by and large, I can't recognize most of these as a new structure. There's a big wall that goes along. I just realized I'd never noticed that before. It seems that it might be some sort of walkway that you can walk along the top of, but I'm not sure. I don't see any sort of way to get on there. But there's a little gap in it, too, that's got a tunnel or something. And then there's some fencing or something behind that, above that section where the road goes through it. I'm not sure if that's like a roadway bridge or what that is. So, what's in the name? More map news. We have decided to change the name of our city map from Elysium City to Luxor. Pardon me, guys. So now the reason for this is the canonical. God, I can't say it. Trust me, guys. I can normally say canon. Anyways, the depiction of Elysium City is different from what they have. They had planned a massive mega city, and Elysium City, as depicted in the Fall of Reach animated movie, is not a mega city. In fact, it's rather small. It does not have a space elevator or spaceport, which is two things they want to include. We've decided to continue work on the map under a new name, Luxor, another city on Eridanus 2. While not much is known about Luxor, it does certainly have a spaceport, and the lack of information gives us more creative freedom. Like Elysium City, Luxor would have been a battleground for the insurrection on Eridanus. Well, you won't be able to fight in John's hometown next update. Do not count Elysium out for good. So, Elysium might come at a later date since there is now a canon depiction of it. They can base what they do off of that. Forget about it. The Dog 88 and 880 have been contracted by the UNSC Navy to get the final Dawn up to fighting specs. One of the first areas to see improvement is the hangar, which is now relatively safe to walk around in. Mind your head from low-flying pelicans, though. We'll have updates to the other parts of the ship fairly soon, and we're not talking Valve time, people. Special event, giving thanks. The Optray team has decided to show appreciation for the community with a special Thanksgiving event. Keep an eye on the subreddit for details. So that's all the information from the Uplink this week. And that's most of the stuff. Now there's one other thing I wanted to talk about here, and this is from Monk1 Junk1. And he is working on the railgun from Halo 4 now. Monk1 Junk1's not a member of the official team, and I don't know what sort of experience he has or when this will be done. So this is a pretty basic start he's got to it for right now. He's just blocked out part of the rifle. He's got the background image with the actual in-game version. So there's still parts of it that haven't been touched yet. Presumably the counter or the top part's going to be an add-on is what he's going for. He's going to model that separately. And then the base of the rifle will just be the main rifle that we see in game. It looks like I don't know what material that would be, rubber or something for the back of the rifle hasn't been modeled yet. And then there's some sort of device in the center that hasn't been modeled yet, it looks like. But it's really cool to see that weapon. Obviously, that is post Halo, post Halo 3. But they do talk about having those sort of rifles in Contact Harvest, something similar, like a prototype version of that. So it'll be interesting to have something like that added into the game, see how that works inside of Arma. Because I imagine that can be a really devastating weapon that we'll get to see. At any rate, guys, that is everything for the most current update, and I am starting to lose my voice here, so I'm going to end the video now. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the channel, guys. Keep sticking around. I'm sorry I haven't gotten anything out. It's probably going to be a little bit longer here before I get another video out, just because I'm trying to hold off on talking a whole lot until I get my voice back. At any rate, guys, come back, check out the channel again, and take it easy.